Well, hey, looks like passenger missions are in vogue right now, and for a good reason. Those damn needy buggers actually have money to spare, so milking their old and dried, raisin-like tits is the way for the future. Or at least it is to pay off your loan you took to buy your glorious cutter or conda. Anyhow, I must start by saying that Exegius has made a wonderful video about this, and I recommend you go give him some love as well, as he might explain some things more thoroughly than I would. Link for his video in the description. Anyways, here's what you'll need. Just like with the gravy trains in Cios and California, your best bet is with Anaconda or Beluga. By the way, links on those two money makers are also in the description or on the top right corner. The setup is pretty simple. Again, you can do this with any ship, but of course the bigger the ship, the better you'll do. So anyways, fill your ship with highest class cabins, keeping in mind to have at least 6 seats in each cabin, or at least as much as you can. Again, feel free to experiment with cabin sizes and classes, but for my testing I used following setup. You can see on the screen. Then, unlike Exegius, I'm a pragmatic player, or as someone in the Reddit called me, a solo coward. So I choose to add one more cabin, then sacrifice it for shields. Now, unlike with Cios or California, these little piggies you pick up here don't mind scrapes and bumps, so there's no real need for shields for maximum profit. And finally, FSD good enough to jump 15 light years. Pretty easy thing to do. Once everything's set, head to Evan's dock in Parutis system. There, your journey, literally and figuratively, will start and end. Oh, and it also helps that you are allied with the minor factions, but that really can be resolved with a few good trips and maximum reputation as a reward choice. Anyhow, what you do is pick up missions to Medbus system. This is very similar as to how Smetan runs used to work, so if you used to do them, then you know what follows. Once you loaded up all the top VIP slabs of meat, exit the station in the most glorious way, that is scraping and scratching your beluga's wings, and head on to your destination. Now here's a funny story. Once I actually boosted out of the station and smashed the sidey to death, due to beluga having those really wide, shitty wings. And so the station just executed me and my passengers. Oh, so nebulous are we now. Oh, so righteous. Anyways, your destination will be over 1.5 million light seconds from the main star. Yup. Grab yourself a snack, click on my ship review playlist and enjoy that trip. And this is what elite developers call quality gameplay. Just remember that. Anyways, what makes this particular money train the best one is, first off, it hasn't been nerfed. So, apparently, making this much money is okay in developer eyes. And also, unlike with Sotis and Cios or California, you don't need to do as much work. Now then, the results. See, in my testing, I timed my traveling around 37 minutes to get from Medbus Star to Vela Dock, which is your destination, around 37 minutes. This is inescapable time you have to spend floating in space. So, if you put up a timer for about 30 minutes, you can go do, well, whatever you want. Even play other games. Anyways, what do you get from this? How much can you expect to earn? Well, in my testing, which included starting my timer once I opened the mission board, picking up the missions, that includes mission board flipping, then lifting off, going to the destination, docking there, and then getting back, and only after docking at Evan's dock, I stopped the timer. On average, I clocked in one lap around 50 minutes, and earned from 65 up to 87 million, which was my personal best. Seriously, every run was about 1 to 2 minutes apart, which was kinda weird. Now this is how you test things and report the results, not just, start the timer whenever you undock and pick up the reward. There's also time to go back and pick up missions, and this is where a lot of people tend to spread this misinformation as to how much they earn per hour, which is oftentimes bullshit. Anyways, this method is truly the best because it thus far earns the most money. And on top of that, it allows you to play other games in the middle of it. A value gameplay approved by our beloved nerf, balance hammer swinging, competent developers. I just love this, don't you? Well, in any case, do share this around if you found it helpful, especially with players that are struggling, cause once you remove the need for credits, you really can start enjoying the game and all that is in it. Yes, that's how I felt it back in the day, and no doubt that's how many of you feel too. Oh, and hey, in case you find another good way to make money, do hit me up on Twitter or email. Other than that, get some cash and go do whatever your heart desires, even if it's buying an ASP Scout.